The Shocking Connection Between Elon Musk and Baba Vanga, Part 1. The question nobody can answer. What if one of the world's most powerful entrepreneurs is unknowingly turning a decades-old prophecy into reality? What if the technologies that are changing our future today were described long before they ever existed? And what if the person bringing them to life isn't a government, a military organization, or a secret scientific program, but one man? Because the deeper you dig into the stories surrounding Elon Musk and Baba Vanga, the stranger the connection becomes. A blind woman from a small village in Eastern Europe, a billionaire engineer from South Africa. They never met. They never spoke. They lived in different generations, different worlds, different realities, yet somehow their names continue to appear in the same conversation. Why? Why do discussions about artificial intelligence suddenly lead people back to Baba Vanga? Why do conversations about humanoid robots, brain implants, Mars colonies, and even extraterrestrial life often end with the same question? Did Baba Vanga see this coming? Or perhaps the better question is this: why does Elon Musk keep building the exact kinds of technologies that people associate with her predictions? Now, before we go any further, let's be clear. Tonight is not about proving prophecies. There is no scientific evidence that Baba Vanga could see the future. Many of the predictions attributed to her remain controversial. Some cannot be verified, others may have been interpreted years after the event supposedly occurred, and Elon Musk has never claimed to be fulfilling any prophecy, not once. But that isn't what makes this story fascinating. What makes it fascinating is the pattern. Because when you place the stories surrounding Baba Vanga beside the projects Elon Musk is pursuing today, an uncomfortable question begins to emerge. What if the similarities are too specific to ignore? To understand why millions of people keep asking that question, we need to start with Baba Vanga herself. For decades, she was one of the most mysterious figures in Eastern Europe. Blind from a young age, she became known as a mystic, whose followers believed she possessed extraordinary insight into future events. People travelled across countries to meet her. Politicians reportedly sought her advice. Ordinary citizens waited in long lines outside her home. Over time, stories about her predictions spread far beyond Bulgaria. Some people viewed her as a prophet, others dismissed her entirely. But regardless of where you stand, one fact remains undeniable. Long after her death in 1996, people are still talking about her, not because of who she was, but because of what she allegedly described. A future transformed by technology, a future dominated by intelligent machines, a future where humanity would push beyond its traditional limits, a future that sounded impossible at the time. And that's where Elon Musk enters the story, because if there is one person alive today who is trying to push humanity beyond its limits, it's him. Think about it. Most billionaires focus on building businesses. Elon Musk is trying to build the future. Artificial intelligence, humanoid robots, brain-computer interfaces, reusable rockets, satellite networks, interplanetary travel, searches for life beyond Earth. If someone were writing a science fiction novel 20 years ago, these would have been the technologies of the distant future. Today, they're active projects, and Elon Musk is at the center of nearly all of them. Coincidence? Maybe. But let's look closer, because this is where the story becomes difficult to ignore. For years, stories linked to Baba Vanga have described a future where machines become increasingly important in everyday life. Today, Elon Musk is building Tesla Optimus, a humanoid robot designed to perform tasks currently done by humans. Stories associated with Baba Vanga spoke about humanity becoming increasingly connected with technology. Today, Elon Musk is developing Neuralink, a company attempting to create direct communication between the human brain and computers. Stories connected to Baba Vanga discussed humanity expanding beyond Earth. Today, Elon Musk is spending billions of dollars trying to build a permanent settlement on Mars again and again. Prediction, project, prediction, project, prediction, project. The overlap keeps appearing, and that raises a fascinating possibility. Maybe people aren't connecting Baba Vanga and Elon Musk because they believe she predicted him. Maybe they're connecting them because Elon Musk appears to be building the future that many people imagined when they heard those stories. Think about how unusual that is. Throughout history, countless people have predicted the future. Very few individuals have possessed the resources to actually build it. Most visionaries talk, most dreamers imagine, most futurists speculate. Elon Musk does something different. He spends billions attempting to turn impossible ideas into reality. And whether those ideas succeed or fail, that's what makes this story so compelling. Because for the first time in history, many of the technologies once confined to science fiction are no longer theoretical. They're being tested, developed, funded, built right now, in real time. The real mystery isn't whether Baba Vanga could see the future. The real mystery is why one man seems determined to build so many of the things people once believed belonged only to the future. Why artificial intelligence? Why humanoid robots? Why brain implants? Why Mars? Why all of them? And why now? Those questions become even more intriguing when you realize something else. Most governments move slowly. Most institutions avoid enormous risks. Most corporations focus on short-term profits. Yet Elon Musk continues pursuing projects that may not fully succeed for decades. Projects that many experts once considered impossible. Projects that sound remarkably similar to themes that appear again and again in stories connected to Baba Vanga. So, what happens if these projects actually work? What happens if intelligent machines become common? What happens if humans merge with technology? What happens if people begin living on another planet? And what happens if the future, that once sounded like fantasy, starts becoming reality? Because that's exactly where our story begins. Not with a prophecy, not with a prediction, but with a billionaire who appears to be turning science fiction into engineering. And when we examine the evidence more closely, one question becomes impossible to avoid. Is Elon Musk simply building the future? Or is he unknowingly proving that some of Baba Vanga's most famous visions were technologically possible all along? Because the first connection between them may be the most disturbing of all, the rise of intelligent machines. And once you see it, you may never look at artificial intelligence the same way again. Part 2. The Four Prophecies. Elon Musk may be turning into reality. By now, you've probably noticed something. This story isn't really about whether Baba Vanga predicted Elon Musk. There is no evidence that she ever mentioned him. No document, no recording, no verified statement. Yet millions of people continue connecting their names. Why? Because the deeper you look into Elon Musk's projects, the more they seem to point toward the same themes that repeatedly appear in stories associated with Baba Vanga: intelligent machines, human transformation, life beyond Earth, contact with the unknown. Individually, These may be coincidences. Together, they become difficult to ignore. Let's examine them one by one, because this is where the mystery truly begins. Prophecy number 1, the age of intelligent machines. For centuries, machines were simple tools. They followed instructions. They performed repetitive tasks. They had no ability to think, no ability to learn, no ability to adapt. Humans remained firmly in control. But what happens when that changes? Many stories linked to Baba Vanga describe a future in which machines play a dominant role in human civilization. A future where technology becomes inseparable from daily life. A future where humanity depends on intelligent systems. When these stories first circulated, such ideas sounded absurd. Most people couldn't imagine a machine writing a report, creating artwork, answering complex questions, or making decisions. Yet look around today. Artificial intelligence is no longer a theory. It's everywhere. And Elon Musk has been warning about its power for years. Ironically, while he has often spoken about the risks of AI, he has also helped accelerate its development. But the story doesn't stop there, because intelligence alone isn't enough. An intelligent machine inside a computer is powerful. An intelligent machine with a body is revolutionary. That is exactly why Tesla Optimus may be one of the most important projects Musk has ever launched. Most people see a robot. Musk sees something much larger. He sees a future workforce. Imagine a world where millions of humanoid robots perform jobs currently done by humans. Construction, manufacturing, transportation, elder care, agriculture, retail. What happens then? Would society become wealthier than ever before? Or would millions of jobs disappear? Nobody knows. But here's the unsettling part. A future filled with intelligent machines once sounded like science fiction. Today, Elon Musk is spending billions trying to make it reality. So the question becomes, was Baba Vanga describing a future she somehow foresaw? Or was she simply describing a future that technology was always destined to create? Either way, Elon Musk appears determined to build it, and that's only the beginning. Prophecy number 2. Humans merging with technology. The second connection may be even more controversial because it involves something deeply personal. You, your mind, your thoughts, your identity. Throughout history, every major invention expanded human capability. The wheel expanded movement, the printing press expanded knowledge, the internet expanded communication. But what if the next technological leap doesn't expand what humans can do? What if it expands what humans are? Among the stories attributed to Baba Vanga are descriptions of humanity becoming increasingly connected to technology. Again, interpretations vary. Many claims remain disputed. But the theme appears repeatedly: human transformation, the evolution of civilization, the blurring of boundaries between man and machine. Now consider Elon Musk's Neuralink. At first glance, it sounds like science fiction, a computer chip connected directly to the human brain. The idea raises countless questions. Could people control devices with their thoughts? Could paralysis be treated? Could memory be enhanced? Could communication eventually occur without speaking? A decade ago, those questions belonged in movies. Today, they belong in engineering labs. And that's what makes this connection so fascinating. Because regardless of whether Baba Vanga ever predicted anything specific, one thing is undeniable. Elon Musk is actively pursuing technologies that challenge traditional definitions of humanity. For thousands of years, human intelligence was limited by biology. Neuralink aims to change that. And if it succeeds, the the implications could be enormous. Imagine students downloading information instantly. Imagine communication occurring at the speed of thought. Imagine humans interacting directly with artificial intelligence. Exciting, terrifying, perhaps both, but one thing is certain: the line between human and machine has never been thinner. And Elon Musk is one of the people pushing that boundary forward, exactly the kind of future many people associate with Baba Vanga's stories. Coincidence? Maybe. Let's keep going, because the next connection is even bigger, literally. Prophecy number 3: humanity leaves Earth. For thousands of years, every human civilization shared one thing in common. Earth was home, the only world, the only place where humanity could survive. But what if that changes? Among the themes frequently connected to Baba Vanga's alleged predictions is the idea that humanity's future extends beyond Earth, beyond nations, beyond continents, beyond the planet itself. Whether she truly said those things remains debated, but the theme is clear: expansion, exploration, a civilization reaching further than ever before. Now consider Elon Musk. Ask yourself a simple question: why is he obsessed with Mars? Why spend billions of dollars developing reusable rockets? Why build the largest spacecraft in human history? Why take risks that most companies would never attempt? His answer has remained remarkably consistent: because he believes humanity needs a second home, a backup plan, a path toward becoming a multi-planetary species. This is where the overlap becomes difficult to ignore. For decades, stories associated with Baba Vanga described humanity reaching beyond Earth. Today, Elon Musk is building the transportation system that could make such a future possible. Not next century, not in theory. Right now, Starship isn't designed for a brief visit to Mars, it's designed for something much bigger: permanent settlement, permanent infrastructure, permanent civilization. Think about that. For most of human history, colonizing another planet was impossible. Today, one man is spending vast amounts of money trying to achieve it. Whether he succeeds or fails is almost secondary. The fact that he's trying is extraordinary, and perhaps that's why people keep connecting his name to Baba Vanga, because every step toward Mars makes those old stories feel a little less impossible. Prophecy number 4: connection, contact, may be the most mysterious of all. This is where things become truly intriguing, because throughout history, humanity has always asked the same question: are we alone? For centuries, there was no way to find out. Today, technology is changing that. Powerful telescopes, space exploration, artificial intelligence, advanced sensors. Every year, our ability to explore the universe improves. Many stories connected to Baba Vanga involve humanity encountering realities beyond its current understanding. Again, interpretations differ, but the underlying theme remains remarkably consistent: the unknown, the unexplored, the possibility that reality is larger than we imagine. Now think about Elon Musk's projects. Starlink connects the globe. SpaceX expands our reach into space. Artificial intelligence expands our ability to process information. Mars exploration pushes humanity toward entirely new frontiers. Taken together, these projects are doing something remarkable. They are expanding humanity's field of vision, our ability to see, to discover, to explore, to ask bigger questions. And perhaps that's why this final connection feels so powerful. Not because Elon Musk is searching for aliens, not because Baba Vanga predicted extraterrestrials, but because both narratives point toward the same destination: the unknown future. A future where humanity encounters things it has never encountered before. And when you step back and look at all 4 connections together, a larger pattern begins to emerge: intelligent machines, human transformation, life beyond Earth, the exploration of the unknown. Those themes appear again and again in stories associated with Baba Vanga, and remarkably, those same themes appear again and again in Elon Musk's projects. Does that prove anything? No, but it raises an extraordinary question. If these similarities are merely coincidences, why do they keep appearing? Why does Elon Musk seem to be standing at the center of so many technologies that align with those visions of the future? Because by now, the biggest question is no longer whether Baba Vanga predicted Elon Musk. The bigger question is this: why does Elon Musk keep showing up wherever those predictions seem to point? And to answer that question, we need to explore something even more fascinating. Why him? Why not the United States government? Why not China? Why not NASA? Why not a coalition of world powers? Why is one individual pushing so aggressively toward a future that entire nations only talk about? Because the answer may explain why millions of people continue linking Elon Musk and Baba Vanga to this day. Part 3. Why Elon Musk? At this point, the question is no longer whether Baba Vanga predicted Elon Musk. There is no evidence that she did. The real question is far more interesting. Why does Elon Musk keep appearing wherever these visions of the future seem to lead? Think about it. If intelligent machines become a defining technology of the future, Elon Musk is building them. If humans eventually merge with technology, Elon Musk is pursuing it. If humanity expands beyond Earth, Elon Musk is trying to make it happen. If civilization enters an era unlike anything we've ever experienced, Elon Musk seems determined to accelerate its arrival. So why him? Why not the United States government? Why not China? Why not NASA? Why not the European Union? Why not a coalition of the world's most powerful nations? Why is one individual pushing so aggressively toward a future that entire governments only discuss? The answer may explain why so many people continue linking Elon Musk and Baba Vanga. Because whether you view her as a prophet, a mystic, or simply a historical curiosity, one thing is clear. The future described in many of those stories required someone willing to build it, and very few people on Earth have been willing to take that challenge as seriously as Elon Musk. Reason number 1: he isn't thinking like a government. Most governments think in election cycles: 4 years, 5 years, maybe 10 years. Political leaders are often focused on immediate problems: inflation, employment, national security, public opinion, the next election. And that's understandable. Governments are designed to solve today's problems. But Elon Musk often talks about problems that may not fully emerge for decades: artificial intelligence, human extinction risks, the long-term survival of civilization, life beyond Earth. Whether you agree with him or not, his time horizon is different. He isn't asking what happens next year, he's asking what happens in 50 years, 100 years, 500 years. And that changes the kinds of projects he's willing to pursue. Building a city on Mars sounds irrational if you're focused on next quarter's economic report. It sounds very different if you're thinking about the survival of humanity centuries from now. That's one reason governments move cautiously, while Musk often moves aggressively. He's playing a different. Reason number 2: he is willing to fail publicly. There is another difference. Governments avoid failure whenever possible. Large institutions avoid failure. Most corporations avoid failure. Elon Musk does not. Think about SpaceX. Before it became one of the most successful space companies in history, it experienced repeated rocket failures, explosions, setbacks, public criticism, financial uncertainty. Many organizations would have stopped. Many investors would have walked away. Many governments would have cancelled the project. Musk continued, that willingness to fail publicly may be one of his greatest advantages, because the future is unpredictable. Nobody knows exactly how artificial intelligence will evolve. Nobody knows whether Mars colonization will succeed. Nobody knows whether brain-computer interfaces will transform humanity. The only way to find out is to try. And Elon Musk seems unusually comfortable with that uncertainty. He is willing to risk failure in pursuit of outcomes that most people consider impossible. That's rare. And it may explain why he keeps appearing at the center of technologies that seem years ahead of their time. Reason number 3. He has the resources to act. Ideas are easy. Execution is hard. Throughout history, countless people have imagined the future. Writers imagined space travel. Scientists imagined artificial intelligence. Visionaries imagined human-machine integration. But imagination alone changes nothing. Someone eventually has to build the infrastructure. Someone has to fund the research. Someone has to take the financial risk. That is where Elon Musk differs from most futurists. He doesn't simply talk about the future, he invests enormous resources trying to create it. Billions of dollars, thousands of engineers, years of development, repeated experimentation. Whether his projects ultimately succeed is still unknown. But unlike many people who speculate about the future, Musk is actively attempting to construct it. That alone makes him unusual, and perhaps that's why the comparison with Baba Vanga continues to resonate, because people naturally notice when someone's actions begin to resemble ideas that once existed only in stories. Reason number 4. He believes civilization can be upgraded. This may be the most important reason of all. Most companies improve products. Musk often talks about improving civilization itself. That's a very different objective. Tesla isn't just about cars. It's about changing transportation. SpaceX isn't just about rockets. It's about changing humanity's relationship with space. Neuralink isn't just about medicine. It's about changing the relationship between humans and technology. Optimus isn't just about robotics, it's about changing labor itself. Notice the pattern. Every project points toward transformation, not improvement, transformation. And that word appears repeatedly in stories connected to Baba Vanga. A transformed civilization, a transformed humanity, a transformed future. Again, that doesn't prove anything, but it explains why people keep drawing comparisons. Because Elon Musk isn't merely participating in technological change, he's actively attempting to accelerate it. The bigger question. Now step back and look at the entire picture. A woman from a remote village becomes famous for stories about the future. Decades later, a billionaire entrepreneur begins pursuing technologies that seem remarkably similar to many of those themes. Intelligent machines, human enhancement, life beyond Earth, the exploration of the unknown. Is that evidence of prophecy? No, not necessarily. Is it evidence of destiny? Probably not. But it is evidence of something else. Humanity has always imagined the future before building it. Long before airplanes existed, people dreamed of flying. Long before submarines existed, people imagined traveling beneath the ocean. Long before space travel became possible, people imagined reaching the stars. Perhaps the same thing is happening here. Perhaps Baba Vanga's stories survived because they captured humanity's deepest curiosity about what comes next. And perhaps Elon Musk attracts so much attention because he is attempting to answer those questions with engineering rather than imagination. One represented the vision, the other is attempting to build it. And maybe that's the real connection. Not prophecy, not prediction, but possibility. Because the future has always belonged to people willing to imagine something that does not yet exist and then try to make it real. Which brings us back to the question we started with. Did Baba Vanga really see the future? Nobody knows. Did she predict Elon Musk? There is no evidence, but here's what makes this story impossible to ignore. Decades ago, people talked about intelligent machines. Today, Elon Musk is building them. Decades ago, people imagined humans merging with technology. Today, Elon Musk is attempting it. Decades ago, people dreamed about life beyond Earth. Today, Elon Musk is spending billions trying to make it happen. Coincidence? Perhaps. But the similarities are difficult to overlook, and maybe that's why the conversation refuses to disappear. Because whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one fact remains undeniable. The future is arriving faster than most people expected, and Elon Musk is standing at the center of many of its biggest transformations. So, what do you think? Is Elon Musk simply an ambitious entrepreneur pursuing impossible ideas? Is he accidentally building the kind of future people once associated with Baba Vanga's stories? Or is there a deeper connection between those visions and his mission than most people realize? Let us know in the comments, because this story isn't really about Baba Vanga, and it isn't really about Elon Musk. It's about the future, and the future is being built right now.